welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, a warm welcome to you, to our community here. On my channel, I talk about all things beauty, fragrances, fashion, and lifestyle. And if that sounds great to you, take a moment to subscribe to my channel and also ring that notification bell. Well, today I have a great video for you guys. I am going to talk about the most amazing Gourmand fragrances to wear in the colder months. I tend to prefer to wear Gourmand fragrances in the fall. So you guys, if you want to hear all about them, just keep watching. So before we get started, I have a couple of announcements for you guys. Well, you guys, the first one upsets me a little bit because YouTube kind of messed up. My last video, you should check it out. I will link it up here and down in the description box. The last video that went up before this one last Tuesday, YouTube did not send any notifications for that video. None of you got any notifications for my last video, but there have been some really crazy stuff happening on my channel, you guys. I'm starting to get a little, I'm starting to raise my eyebrow. Lately, YouTube's been deleting comments from my subscribers, and recently one of my lovely subscribers, every time she left a comment, YouTube deleted it. I would get a notification for it, but when I click on it, the comment is gone. I just don't know what's going on with YouTube right now, but I'm not happy at all. And I know that I'm not the only creator YouTube is doing this kind of stuff with. I premiered my last video, so you should have received 2 notifications. Instead, they didn't send any notifications. So most of you didn't see that I uploaded a video on Tuesday. Please, you guys, do me a favor and check your notification settings. Make sure that you have the notifications on, the settings are correct to receive my video notifications. Sometimes that can be a problem, but in this case, notifications weren't sent to anyone. The reason why that upsets me the most, you guys, is because my last video, which was about my pink perfumes, October is the breast cancer month, and I did that to raise awareness for breast cancer. And in that video, I also announced a big giveaway to commemorate my channel surpassing 5,000 subscribers, you guys, and that's why that upsets me the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce that giveaway in this video once again. Please check that video to learn how to enter the giveaway, you guys. There's a hashtag involved, but I will tell you guys what I'm giving away briefly in this video. So I partnered with 2 amazing companies for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway, you guys. The first one is Fragrance Buy. You are all familiar with Fragrance Buy, you guys. They are one of the best discount websites to buy perfumes from. They sell 100% authentic fragrances. They're a trusted retailer. It's very important to buy your fragrances from a trusted retailer, you guys, because you don't want to end up with fake products. I tend to buy, Fragrance Buy, and there are like other websites like Twisted Lily that I buy particular other fragrances from that Fragrance Buy doesn't carry. But you know what? There are reasons to buy from both Fragrance Buy and Twisted Lily, you guys. Twisted Lily carries some of the fragrances like Miss Enfance Escurgeon that you can't really find that easily on discount websites, and they have like very hard to find niche fragrances. So that's like a website that I also use, but I also buy from Fragrance Buy. Fragrance Buy tends to have discontinued fragrances sometimes, you guys, the ones that are hard to find, like that have been discontinued. For example, Maison Lancome Lavenda's Trianon is a good example. So Fragrance Buy has given me a $100 e-gift certificate for one of my lucky subscribers to buy any fragrance or fragrances they want on fragrancebuy.ca. And I have partnered with Rose Forever for my giveaway, you guys. Look at those gorgeous 100% natural roses in this arrangement. There are 36 of them in this arrangement. And I got this bouquet almost a year ago, I think like 9 or 10 months. It's been 9 or 10 months. And look at how fresh they look. They look like they were delivered today. So Rose Forever is this company based in New York that make these beautiful 100% natural rose bouquets, and they preserve these roses with 100% natural oils, and they are made by hand by artisans, you guys, and they come in all different colors and in different hat boxes. Now this is a round hat box. They also have square ones. They have a variety of options, and also they come in different sizes too. I love receiving flowers, you guys, but they all die, like beautiful flowers, natural flowers. When you receive roses, like 2 days they're wilted and they die, and it's like really sad, you know. These will last for a year or longer if you keep them out of direct sunlight and you don't touch them. So I have partnered with Rose Forever to give one of my lucky subscribers a free rose bouquet, 100% natural rose bouquet. So one of you will win a Rose Forever bouquet. So there's $100 fragrance buy gift card, there's Rose Forever bouquet, and I'm throwing in a brand new Safari by Ralph Lauren fragrance, you guys. It was my signature scent years ago and I still adore it. What better than to share a piece of me, piece of fragrance personality with you guys to commemorate my channel surpassing 5,000 subscribers, you guys. So I have 3 gifts for you. So you guys don't forget to check out my previous video to learn how to enter the giveaway. There's a hashtag involved. Please use the hashtag, otherwise I can't enter you in the giveaway. So before further delay, let's jump right into my Gourmand fragrances. So you guys, I'm going to start with 2 of my most favorite fragrances in my entire collection. And that's saying something because I have more than 300. Well, last time I counted, it was more than 300. But I don't even know now, it might be closer to 400. I have no idea. Anyway, you guys, these 2 are tried and true fragrances that I've been using for years now. I would say about, I don't know, like 7, 8 years maybe. They get me compliments every time, especially one of the 2 gets me a compliment every time I wear it out. No joke, you guys. This is none other than Viktor and Rolf BonBon. This one, you guys, is a caramelly gourmand. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This smells so feminine and so stunning, so gorgeous, so beautiful, so sexy all at the same time. Like I said, the biggest accord in this fragrance is caramel. So good. It's caramelly, it's sweet, it's got citrus, it's woody. There's white florals in this fragrance. There's amber and it's a little powdery. If you want a dumb reach, like if you want to smell sexy, smell like a very beautiful woman, and you want a dumb reach, you don't want to think about it, you know, what to wear too much, this is the one for you. This is always like my go-to if I don't want to think about what to wear, but I want to smell fabulous. This is what I reach. This and its sister here, especially its sister here. This has peach and a beautiful bunch of citruses. This has a massive dose of caramel, which is what makes this so delicious. And then there are white florals like orange blossom jasmine with that caramel. I gotta tell you guys, I think the caramel with the white florals, that's what makes this so good. And then it also has like amber, cedarwood, and other woody notes. Oh, so you guys, this is really, really like a perfect feminine, very sexy sort of dumb reach if you want to go on a date night, if you want to smell fabulous. Otherwise, perfect fragrance. This is Viktor and Rolf BonBon. Now, her sister right here, this is Viktor and Rolf BonBon Couture. This one is even more sexy, if you can imagine. Now, this is the one I get compliments on every single time I wear. Now, this one has a very similar fragrance composition as the original BonBon, but this one is even sexier, you guys. This one has some added notes that make this amazing. One of them is white tobacco. Ooh, it makes it so sexy. It's really hard to describe how the white tobacco is really giving this that oomph, you know, like dialing up the sexiness of this fragrance. And the tobacco, I gotta tell you, don't, you know, be afraid hearing tobacco. You can't smell tobacco. It's not like that. It's very well blended. It's white tobacco and it's super well blended. It just adds this like extra dimension to this fragrance. And this one also has, like, with that massive dose of caramel, this also has a big massive dose of vanilla too. So caramel and vanilla. And yes, this has white florals just like the original. And this has an added patchouli note, which makes this, in my opinion, last much longer than the original. And this is actually quite balsamic, unlike the original. And I believe this has like neroli, which the original doesn't have. This is a gorgeous, stunner fragrance. If you want a knock your socks off date night fragrance, this is the fragrance for you. Compliment getter. And this lasts forever. I get like 8 hours on my skin or even more. I mean, that is a lot for a fragrance, because you should only expect like 5 hours maybe from a fragrance. 5-6 hours is a very good fragrance, but this one lasts longer, and on clothes it will last until you wash it. This is Viktor and Rolf BonBon Couture. Guys, next I have the best Gourmand, like true Gourmand ever created. It smells like something you want to eat, you know. I did a dedicated review of this. Check that out. I will link it up here and down in the description box. Yes, you guessed it. This is Italica by Xerjoff. Oh my goodness, you guys, this thing, so good. This smells like an almond biscotti dipped in milk, sprayed with musk. That's what I always say, and everybody who hears that description agrees with me, who has this fragrance, like, yes, that's what it smells like. Exactly. This is so edible. Like, you just want to, you know, take a bite out of the person who's wearing this fragrance. This is a super sweet fragrance. Sweet is the #1 accord. This was featured in my super sweet fragrances video. I will link it up here and down in the description box. Like I said, this is a very super sweet, almondy, nutty, lactonic from that milk. Vanilla, there's a massive dose of vanilla in here. There's a little caramel in here from a note. I will tell you what note. There's woody notes in here. It's a little powdery. It's got a little bit of warm spices in here. Oh, it's so divine. So this has almond, like I said, an almond note in this fragrance. I think in the opening there's milk, making it very milky, very lactonic. There's a little bit of saffron. And then this has a massive like toffee note in here, you guys, like that caramel vibe you get from that toffee, and with a massive dose of vanilla. And you also get sandalwood, musk, and cedar, you guys. Ah, this fragrance. Again, it smells like a sugar cookie or an almond biscotti dipped in milk and sprayed with musk. Honestly, really, that's what it smells like. And you can wear it on date nights, or, you know, just a quiet night, Netflix and cuddle, whatever it is. If you want to smell edible, this is the one for you. This is Xerjoff Italica. Next, I have another caramelly beauty from Xerjoff, you guys. This is also an amazing Gourmand, you guys. This is none other than Lira by Xerjoff. Oh, this one is a gorgeous caramel fragrance, you guys. Oh, so good. This is amazing for colder months, if you ask me. You can pull this off all year round if you want to, but wear it at nighttime during the warmer months, I would say. But this is really good for fall. This is a citrusy caramelly fragrance, you guys. Those are the biggest accords that sort of dance together in this composition. It's super sweet, it's a little bit powdery, and it's quite balsamic as well. This to me smells like a lemon custard dessert, you guys. Oh my, so good. That caramel and citrus together, it makes it smell like a lemon custard dessert. Yum. But it's, you know, it's got that perfumey quality. This has got one of my favorite citrus notes, you guys. Blood orange. Oh, Blood orange is so good in fragrances, and this has ginger. You know what ginger does to fragrances? It gives it this sort of zing that is inexplicable. I don't know how to explain it. It makes fragrances really beautiful. Ginger note, you guys. This has cinnamon, this has licorice, this has white florals like jasmine, and then there's that massive dose of caramel with massive dose of vanilla, and there's sandalwood in here, and there's musk in here. It is a very popular fragrance. It's a cult favorite from this house. This is Casamurati Lira by Zerjoff. You guys, I'll be remiss if I don't mention one of the best Gourmand masterpieces of all time. It is, of course, my dark goddess, Tom Ford Black Orchid. Oh my goodness. This is such a beautiful dark Gourmand for the colder months, you guys. You know the notes in here. This is like so many notes in here. This was Tom Ford's first fragrance that he ever created. Wow. You guys know this is a very chocolatey, warm, spicy, earthy, sweet, patchouli, fruity, balsamic fragrance, you guys. Oh, so good. You guys, this is a unisex fragrance, but in my opinion, it leans feminine and it smells really good on women. And it smells good on men too, but I think in particular, a woman would smell amazing in this because of that darkness, you know, that almost kind of playing with masculinity a little bit really makes it sexy on a woman. And this has amazing crazy notes, you guys. There are lots of notes in here. I'm not going to tell you all of them, but some of the special ones would be truffle. There's truffle in this fragrance, and then there are amazing florals like gardenia, jasmine, ylang, lotus, name it. And this has chocolate in here. It's got patchouli, it's got amber, it's got incense, it's got vetiver, it's got musk and woody notes, sandalwood, and it's got loads and loads of fruity notes. Oh, this fragrance makes me feel unstoppable, you guys. I featured this in my fragrances that make me feel unstoppable video. I'll link it up here and down in the description box. This is like a powerhouse of a fragrance. There's something dark and powerful about this fragrance. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid. So next I have another dark Gourmand beauty by Tom Ford, you guys. This one is very femme fatale, sort of dark and sexy. You guessed it. It is Noir pour Femme by Tom Ford. Oh my goodness. This one has that kulfi note, you guys. Kulfi is this ice cream dessert, you guys, that you can get in India and Pakistan. So they come in different flavors, but the kulfi that's in here, I think is the pistachio kulfi. It's very creamy ice cream dessert. It's like very heavy in the cream. It is super sweet. It's got this massive dose of vanilla and it's lactonic. It's got ambery nuances to it. It's quite balsamic. It's aromatic. Oh, so good. All the accords that I love in fragrances. And it has a little bit of warm spices in here as well. Such a stunning fragrance, you guys. This has a bunch of gorgeous citruses in the opening with ginger. I don't need to say that again. That's a great combo, especially for the opening. So this has got gorgeous florals like jasmine, orange blossom, rose with that kulfi. Oh, so good. And this has vanilla, sandalwood, and amber with mastic, which is kind of like a balsamic fragrance note. So stunning. You guys, this is a very sexy fragrance. I would suggest you wear this when you want to look like a drop dead gorgeous femme fatale, sort of like don't touch me, you know. If you want to feel like you're untouchable and sexy, this is the one for you. This is Tom Ford Noir pour Femme. So next I have a date night appropriate gorgeous boozy Gourmand, you guys, from one of my favorite luxury niche fragrance houses. This has notes like caramel, coffee, and vanilla and boozy notes. Oh, so good. This is none other than Minuit Demi by Florence Dubois. You guys, this one. Ooh, this is a date night appropriate fragrance, you guys. Like the mix between those warm spices and the Gourmand notes. So good in this fragrance. It opens with warm spices like pimento and cardamom. There's bergamot. There's a massive dose of caramel and coffee in the middle that mixes with the gorgeous massive dose of vanilla in the base. This has a tobacco note that adds this like, another dimension to the fragrance. It also has cinnamon, you guys, and it has liquor. It's got musk in it. It's got cashmere and vetiver. So stunning. It is a very sexy, boozy gourmand for a date night especially. This is Minuit Demi by Fragrance du Bois. Next I have another gorgeous boozy gourmand, you guys. This one is a cherry fragrance. It's the best cherry fragrance on the market in my opinion. Yes, you guessed it. It is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Oh my goodness. It is a boozy cherry almond fragrance, you guys. This is a beautiful sweet cherry almond nutty vanilla fragrance with a booziness in it. This has got woody notes. There's amber. There is some warm spices in this fragrance. It's a very much a through and through cherry fragrance. There's liquor in this, adding that booziness. There's almonds, and then there's juicy fruity notes like plum. There's gorgeous floral notes like Turkish rose and jasmine sambac, and then there are triple doses of vanilla in the base. There's vanilla, there's tonka bean, which smells like a deeper version of vanilla, and benzoin, which also smells like vanilla. So three together, this smells very much like vanilla in the dry down especially. There are woody notes like cedar and sandalwood, earthy notes like patchouli and vetiver, clove and cinnamon, adding that warm spicy touch. And it's a little balsamic from the Peru balsam. Ah, such a beautiful fragrance, you guys. It's the best cherry fragrance on the market. Such a delicious gourmand fragrance. This is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Then I have another amazing chocolatey gourmand fragrance that I really love wearing, especially in the fall time, at nighttime, I would say. This is not appropriate for warmer months at all. I wouldn't even recommend it at nighttime during the warmer months. This is Angel Muse by Mugler. Oh man. This one is beautiful. It's very like a delicious chocolatey patchouli fragrance. If you're not a fan of patchouli, I don't recommend this to you. Although the patchouli in here doesn't bother me, you guys. I think it really adds to the gourmand quality of this fragrance. It's a very dark fragrance, you guys. It's a very like a woody, chocolatey, patchouli, nutty, aromatic, earthy kind of fragrance. Like I said, it's very dark. The notes in here are dark. It has pink pepper. There are citruses in the opening, and there is a hazelnut note in the middle that adds that gorgeous chocolatiness. And then there's patchouli and vetiver, you guys. There are more notes than what they have revealed in this fragrance. It is a beautiful chocolatey dark, like a chocolatey patchouli dark fragrance that's quite sexy actually and perfect for the fall. This is Angel Muse by Mugler. So next I have another gorgeous chocolatey citrus fragrance, you guys. This one is Hugo Boss, the Private Accord for Her. This one smells like orange dipped in chocolate. It's what it smells like, and that was a description I believe Jeremy Fragrance used as well. It's very accurate. So you guys, there's mandarin orange in this fragrance with that coffee and osmanthus and cacao and tonka bean. The cacao and tonka bean together, very beautiful. The cacao makes it smell chocolatey, and the tonka bean makes it smell like vanilla, so chocolatey vanilla vibes. And this has the big dose of citruses, especially in the opening, the orange, which is what makes this smell like an orange dipped in chocolate. This performance of this fragrance isn't the best. It lasts like 3 hours and you have to refresh it, but it is a beautiful scent and it is a delicious gourmand, perfect for the colder months. This one is Boss the Scent Private Accord for Her. So next I have a must-have gourmand for colder months, especially fall season, you guys. This one is a gorgeous jammy rose that has an oud touch. You guessed it right away. This one is Maison Lancome Oud Bouquet. You guys, this is the jammiest gorgeous rose. This is a rose oud fragrance, but it is super sweet. It's very jammy. It's a very sweet jammy rose with oud. Oh, this is a beast when it comes to projection, lasting power, sillage. People will smell you. And that's the kind of fragrance you need to wear during the colder months. It's obviously very sweet oud rose fragrance with a massive dose of vanilla, you guys. It's balsamic. It's lactonic from the praline. It's a little nutty also from the praline. It's a little bit powdery. It's a very simple fragrance structure, you guys. It's got rose and oud, obviously, with a big dose of praline, and there's a massive dose of vanilla. And this has guaiac wood and kapaho wood, whereas the original formulation only had oud for a woody note. Yeah, it is a gorgeous gourmand must-have for the colder months, especially fall. This is a Maison Lancome Oud Bouquet. So next I have another sweet chocolatey gourmand, perfect for colder months, you guys. This one is Diesel Loverdose Red Kiss. This one is a very sweet, chocolatey, woody, fruity, kind of nutty, sort of spicy, white floral, ambery, patchouli, slightly citrus fragrance. It is so sweet, you guys. It literally opens with a sugar note, like sugar. There's sugar in here. There's juicy, fruity notes like blackcurrant. There's apple in here. And then there's bergamot. There's cacao, adding that chocolatey vibes to this fragrance. There's hazelnut mixed with that cacao. There's orange blossom. There's apricot in here. There's amber. There's patchouli. This one lasts for a really good time. It's got patchouli in here. It's got great lasting power, amazing projection. It's a night out fragrance, you guys. This is Diesel Loverdose Red Kiss. So next I have the queen of all dark gourmands, you guys. This one is almost gothic because it's very dark, but it's deliciously gourmand. I mean, this is a gourmand fragrance. There's no doubt about it. This has all the main gourmand notes. It's kind of a boozy gourmand as well. It's a very dark, boozy gourmand. This one's none other than Kilian Black Phantom. Oh my goodness, you guys. This one is, like I said, unmistakably a gourmand fragrance. Super sweet. It's got caramel, it's got chocolate, it's got coffee, all the big dark gourmand chords. There's booziness in this fragrance. It's very woody as well. It's like a little nutty, powdery. It's got caramel, chocolate, coffee, rum. There's literally sugar in here, you guys, which is why it's so sweet. There's almond, giving it that nuttiness. There is heliotrope, adding a slight powdery touch to this fragrance. There's of course sandalwood, adding that sensual touch. It's a beautiful gourmand that is quite unisex, I would say. This isn't, I don't think this is like the date night kind of fragrance. I would not recommend this for a great date night. It's quite dark and almost gothic, you know. I think this is like a very powerful fragrance that calls for a special, very special occasion. And this is definitely a nighttime wear fragrance, you guys. This is Black Phantom by Kilian. Next, I have a very affordable fragrance that's a very caramelly, gorgeous, delicious fragrance, you guys. This one is Cassablanca by Swiss Arabian. This one is perfect for fall season, you guys. I wait impatiently to wear this in the fall time. This is a little overwhelming to wear during warmer months. It could be a little bit too strong, you know. This is a very fruity, sweet, caramelly, woody fragrance, you guys. This is quite balsamic. There's musk in this fragrance. It's got amber. It's a little bit powdery. It's got fruity notes like apple, grapes. There are woody notes. There's iris, adding that powdery quality to this fragrance. There's patchouli, and it has that massive dose of caramel, you guys, with amber. And this has a suede note in here, which gives it that beautiful leather accord that makes it smell quite sexy, you know. And then adding to the sexiness is the musk that's in here, and making it balsamic is the pearl balsam note in here. This is a sexy gourmand for fall season, you guys. This is a must-have, and it's super affordable. This is Swiss Arabian Cassablanca. Next, I have another sweet gourmand by Kenzo. This is Kenzo Floral Elixir, you guys. Oh my gosh. This one smells edible just right off the bat. It has got a gorgeous praline note in here, you guys, that smells so edible. Mixing with those beautiful floral and fruity notes. This is a very sweet, powdery, fruity, vanilla, rose, citrus kind of fragrance. So there are fruity notes like raspberry with citrus notes like mandarin orange. There is rose, a big rose note. You can smell the rose. There's orange blossom, I believe, too. There's a big dose of praline with vanilla in the base with powdery notes, you guys. Oh my gosh. This one is delicious smelling. It is a great I'd say date night fragrance, night out wear, I would say. The fruitiness in here makes it very special, you guys. It's, you know, gourmand, but it's got a nice juicy fruity vibe to it. Quite affordable as well. The only thing I don't like is this freaking ridiculous bottle that's so long. You can't really store it very easily. Like, look at it. It's as big as my arm. This is Kenzo Flower Elixir. Next, I have another delicious, affordable gem that smells so edible. This literally has like a French pastries note in here, you guys. You just want to take a bite out of it. This is Givenchy Liv Irrésistible Délicieuse, you guys. Ooh, this one. Oh, like I said, this has cherry in here, by the way, too, with the cherry with that French pastries. Make it smell a little bit like a cherry Danish. Through and through, really, to the dry down, it smells like a cherry Danish to me. This is a super gourmand fragrance, you guys. This is like edible through and through. This is a very much a cherry almond kind of fragrance, but it's got much more than that. It's not just a cherry almond fragrance. There's caramel in here. There's that French pastries note, you know. So it's a very much a sweet cherry almond nutty fragrance, but with that caramel, the vanilla. So yeah, like I said, it opens with the French pastries note and cherry. It's got floral notes like rose and orange blossom, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't smell the florals, if at all. I don't smell the florals. The gourmand notes in this fragrance really dominate, especially that French pastries with the cherry and the caramel and the vanilla. And it's got a big bitter almond note, and then orris with a little powdery touch. I mean, you don't suspect it looking at this fragrance, but it's a delicious gourmand. I would say very much like date night appropriate type of fragrance. This is Givenchy Liv Irrésistible Délicieuse. So next I have another gorgeous designer gourmand beauty. This has some of the most delicious gourmand accords and notes. This one is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. Oh my goodness. This one is a gorgeous caramelly coffee type fragrance. This has got coffee in it. You can actually smell the coffee. It's a very sweet caramelly coffee fragrance with a lot of powderiness in it, you guys. You got like iris type of powderiness in here. It's a little bit fruity. It's got a little citruses, but mainly it's a coffee caramel fragrance with powderiness, you know? So yeah, this has got citrus notes like mandarin orange, bergamot. Then it has powdery notes like violet and iris. Then there are gourmand notes like coffee and caramel, massive dose of caramel with vanilla, massive dose of vanilla. And this has coffee in it. You can smell the coffee actually in this fragrance. It's very sexy. And then it has gorgeous florals like orange blossom and rose. In addition to the powdery florals like iris and violet. This has got like juicy fruity notes like pear. And then this has patchouli in it. This is a patchouli fragrance. You can smell the patchouli in here. I love the fact this has coffee in it. You can smell the coffee with the delicious caramel and vanilla. Very sexy, like date night appropriate kind of fragrance for the colder months. Don't wear this in the warmer months. If you do, make sure it's nighttime. But I will say this is mostly appropriate for the fall season. You can wear it in the winter as well. This is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. I have another affordable gourmand beauty that I just acquired. This one is very new to my fragrance collection. This one is Modest Deux by Afnan. Oh, this one is a cherry gourmand, you guys. Another cherry fragrance that I added to my collection recently. I love cherry fragrances, you guys. To me, you can wear cherry fragrances in the fall and winter. It's one of the accords that I like in both seasons. This one is a very sweet, fruity cherry fragrance with a little bit of warm spices and chocolate in here, you guys. And it's got a massive dose of vanilla, of course, and there's patchouli as well. This has juicy, fruity notes like strawberry, raspberry, of course. There's, of course, cherry. There's chocolate in this fragrance. There are spices. There's a massive dose of vanilla. And this has like florals like gardenia, and there's musk and patchouli as well. Yeah, it is a nice, sexy gourmand, you guys. It smells quite unique. You can smell the cherry, but the juicy fruity notes with the chocolate and the vanilla really take it over the edge, you know, puts it over the top. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It smells really, really sexy as well. Again, a great date night fragrance, I would say, to wear to go out. It's a night out type of fragrance. This is also very affordable. This is Afnan Modest Deux. So next I have a vanilla dominant fragrance, you guys, but it smells so gorgeous and edible. It's got chocolate in it too. I have many vanilla fragrances, which I could have included here, all of them. I have so many of them, but I'm not going to. But this one I wanted to make an exception because this one has chocolate in it too. It's quite gourmand, very delicious. If you want to check out the rest of my vanilla fragrances, you guys, I'll link that video up here and down in the description box. This is Orchid Vanille by Van Cleef and Arpels. Oh, like I said, this is a beautiful vanilla fragrance with chocolate. It's quite sweet. It's powdery. It's got warm spice. It's got like almond in there, like with a little nuttiness. It's a little fruity. You guys, of course, this has a massive dose of vanilla. This is a vanilla fragrance. This has tonka bean too, so double dose of vanilla. So good. And it has vanilla orchid, and this has that gorgeous chocolate note that is so delicious with the vanilla and the tonka bean and the vanilla orchid. And then this has a little hint of powdery touch with violet in the fragrance as well. And then it has gorgeous juicy fruity notes like lychee, so delicious. And it has musk adding that sexiness to the fragrance. It is a beautiful fragrance, you guys. I really love it. It's one of my favorite vanilla. I would say it is my favorite vanilla fragrance, actually. This is Orchid Vanille by Van Cleef and Arpels. So next I have a gorgeous gourmand fragrance. I love this fragrance. It's so sweet and so sexy. Definitely a date night fragrance. Definitely something you want to wear if you want to knock people dead. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful, sexy gourmand. This one can be worn all year round if you wear it at nighttime during the warmer months, but it is really nice for fall and winter as well, especially fall, I would say. This one is Mon Parfum Cristal by Mugler. This is one of the sweetest fragrances I have in my collection. It's like super sweet, but it's balanced out by the gorgeous florals in here, you guys. I mean, look at this bottle. How beautiful is that bottle? And check out the juice. Like, look at the color of that juice. Isn't that stunning? Kind of like reddish amber. Ooh, so good. And it's a super sweet fragrance, you guys. It smells very much like something you want to eat, but at the same time it smells like very much like a perfume. It's got like this incensey kind of vibe, like incense in there. I don't know if incense is a note, but it has a little bit of an underlying incense vibe to it. So this is very much a beautifully sweet gourmand rose fragrance. It's got a massive dose of vanilla. There's caramelliness from the toffee note that's in here. This has got a big dose of rose. You can smell the rose with the sweetness of vanilla. It's so good. When you mix rose with sweet notes like vanilla, you guys, it's so beautiful. It's ambery. You can tell by the juice. It's got soft and warm spices, but they're very subtle. They're not very overpowering. So it has pink pepper and cinnamon. Pink pepper is that note that makes you feel kind of happy, kind of make you feel like you're falling in love. Apparently it's a very like bright sort of soft spicy note. There's cinnamon, which is so beautiful, and you guys, in the middle you get a big dose of rose and vanilla together. So good. When you mix rose with vanilla, so good. And this has a big toffee note in the base mixed with that vanilla. It's kind of caramelly, you know, and it's got a big dose of amber and musk, adding like a little bit of edge and sexiness to this fragrance. So good. It is a beautiful fragrance if you want to knock somebody's socks off. This is Mon Parfum Cristal by Mugler. This one is a very gorgeous, sweet, chocolatey kind of gourmand for date night or to go out, you know, for night out. This is Giorgio Armani Code Satin. You guys, ooh, this one is sexy. This one has a little bit of a slight masculine edge to it too. It's hard to describe, but it's very much a sexy fragrance for women. Definitely great for like going out clubbing or to parties. If you want to like partay, you know, this is the fragrance for you. It's a very sweet, warm, spicy, kind of white floral, vanilla, chocolatey, slightly citrusy patchouli fragrance with a little bit of lactonic hint from that praline in here. You guys, this has ginger. You know ginger is that gorgeous zing that adds this like sexiness somehow. Like ginger really makes women's fragrances smell amazing. There is a sorbet note in here too, you guys, adding to the sweetness. And there are like fruity notes like pear, which is a very feminine, juicy fruity note. There are white florals like orange blossom, neroli, and jasmine. And then there in the base, you get all the gourmand notes, you guys. There is praline and vanilla. You know, every time you combine praline and vanilla, it's to die for. There's cacao, adding a chocolatey vibe to this. And there's patchouli in here. This does last a very long time. Good performance, great for like partying all night, you know what I mean? And it is great for date night as well. This is Armani Code Satin. Next, I have an amazing caramelly gourmand fragrance from Bon No. 9, you guys. This is New York Nights by Bon No. 9. This is a very caramelly coffee type fragrance, you guys. This has like some lighter notes, like C notes that sort of lighten it up a little bit with those heavy, thick, dense gourmand notes. That's what's so beautiful about this fragrance. And there's like a little bit of saltiness from the C notes in here. It's not very prominent or anything, but I feel like it balances out the sweetness. It's very caramelly, coffee, warm, spicy, sweet, white floral, woody, patchouli, balsamic type fragrance with a little bit of marine quality to it from the C notes. This has floral notes, like a lot of floral notes. Some of them are gardenia, jasmine, carnation, and this has those C notes that I told you about. The C notes add this sort of marine kind of quality to this fragrance. This has patchouli actually in the middle, which means it's a big dose of patchouli, so it lasts very, very long. And then in the base you get a massive dose of caramel and a massive dose of coffee, you guys. This one is a very beautiful, like I said, a caramelly coffee gourmand with like a lightness to it. It's not too dense and heavy because of those C notes balancing it out. And the floral notes in here to me don't come through. It's a gorgeous gourmand to wear in the colder months. You can also wear this in the warmer months if you wear it at nighttime. This would be like a perfect fragrance, like if you go on like a nighttime dinner cruise or something. I always think about how this would be the perfect fragrance for that. This is New York Nights by Bon No. 9. So next I have a very new recent release by Kayali. You're all familiar with this fragrance by now. This is Kayali Invite Only Amber 23. This one is like the quintessential fall fragrance, you guys. This one is a very sweet, ambery, cherry, warm, spicy, woody, tobacco, chocolatey, kind of nutty, vanilla and oud fragrance. There's oud in this fragrance. So there's cherry, there's chocolate, there's honey, there's tobacco, there is hazelnuts, there's warm spices like cinnamon, there's a couple of type of roast notes in here, there's citrus leaf, there's amber oud, there's a massive dose of vanilla, actually double doses of vanilla because of vanilla and benzoin in the base. There's a massive dose of amber. It's a very ambery fragrance. There's patchouli for lasting power, there's sandalwood with that sensual touch, and then this has that cyprol oil, the nargamotha, which adds kind of like a slight herbal quality to this. And then this has musk as well. Yeah, it's a very dark sort of gourmand for fall. Perfect quintessential fall fragrance, you guys. A fall gourmand. This is Kayali Invite Only Amber 23. Next I have a very underappreciated, underrated gourmand, you guys. I mean, this is beautiful. This one is Yes I Am by Cacharel, and look at that bottle. It's quite feminine. But you guys, this fragrance is quite unique. It's a very like sweet and warm, spicy fragrance with a lot of lactonic in it because there's milk in here. It's such a milky fragrance, you guys. This is a very sweet, like warm, spicy, lactonic. There's a very milky vibe from the milk note in here. Caramelly fragrance, you guys, and it's got a huge dose of vanilla, it's got amber, it's got fruitiness in here, and it's got some warm spices too. It's quite balsamic. The fragrance composition is quite complex in this. A lot of notes have been revealed. This has gorgeous citrus notes like bergamot, mandarin orange. There are juicy fruity notes like raspberry, and there's ginger. Every time you put ginger in a fragrance, you guys, you know that. There's milk in this fragrance, adding that lactonic quality. There are gorgeous florals like gardenia, jasmine, orange blossom, rose. There's a massive dose of caramel in the base, you guys, with vanilla and benzoin. So double doses of vanilla, because benzoin smells like vanilla too. It's a resin note that smells like vanilla. And then there is that gorgeous milk note, which adds this milky lactonic vibe to this fragrance. There are warm spices like cardamom in this fragrance. There's licorice, and then there's amberwood, there's sandalwood, adding that sensual touch. This smells like a very sexy, spicy chai tea. But there's a perfume quality to this with that gorgeous sexiness too on top of it. It smells very sexy. Don't be put off when I say it smells like a chai. It doesn't smell exactly like a chai, but it has that sort of lactonic, spicy, gingery quality. This is Yes I Am by Cacharel. So that's it, you guys. Those are all my amazing Gourmand fragrances I'm wearing this fall. Please let me know what kind of Gourmand fragrances you're wearing this fall and winter. I will see you guys in my next video.